What is up, everybody? My name is Moise. Welcome back to another video on the Omni Chamber channel. Hope you guys enjoy. And in this video, we have another one of those current event type videos. So today we're going to be talking about the Texas shooting, Apple getting forced to use USB-C, the top 10 movies, and we're going to end it off with a lawsuit between Nike and Stockx. So without further ado, let's get started. Alright, so first up we have the school shooting that happened in Uvalde, Texas. I completely botched that name. But pretty much what happened was an 18-year-old man went into an elementary school there, and he shot 21 people, and he killed 21 people, 2 of which were teachers and 19 were students. The school shooting has taken the #1 worst school shooting spot in over a decade. Some of the victims include Eva Merles, who is a 4th grade teacher, Xavier Lopez, who is a 10-year-old, Amira Jogarza, who's another 10-year-old, and Yudhia Garcia, who's another 10-year-old, just to name a few. It is believed that he acted alone and his motives are still unknown, but he bought a gun legally as soon as he turned 18 and first shot his grandmother and then headed towards the elementary school to shoot them there. He pretty much just kind of walked in. Many schools have this like security system where you won't be allowed into the school unless you identify yourself, but Texas did not have that, and this school did not have that either. And he was just able to walk in, and some officers did try to stop him that were stationed there, but he ended up shooting them, and the one that he didn't like injure severely ended up shooting him, and he died, but he still killed 21 people. It is said that he locked himself inside a classroom and just shot everyone inside, so the 2 teachers and 19 students that were in there all died. Some say it could have been his financial situation since he was bullied because of it, and he wasn't that well off, but that's still not 100% sure. His grandmother, who he shot first, is still alive, and they're hoping she makes a recovery so that they can get her witness, and she tells the police officers what happened. Now, the school shooting brings up like a big argument about the Second Amendment, which is about gun laws and how citizens can own guns. So he bought these guns legally, and he posted a picture of 2 AR-15 style rifles, those are the ones he used, on his Instagram under the username of SALV8DOR. Now, when I tried looking this Instagram account up, I didn't find the same exact account, so I'm pretty sure they have taken it down. But I do have a picture of the story that he made and the guns that were posted. That's up on the screen right now. But he also didn't really have any friends. He was really, he stayed alone and was a very kind of quiet kid, and he was bullied about that. Now, that could have been his reason for shooting up the school, but again, it's still not 100% sure, and they're still investigating this. But this has now become the 213th mass shooting that happened in 2022 alone, according to the Gun Violence Archives, and this is at least the 30th shooting that happened in schools K-12 in 2022 alone. So, you know, these mass shootings are definitely on a rise, especially considering what happened just like less than a month ago with the subway shooting in New York. And now there was this one quote I wanted to talk about from Senator Murphy. He's referring to the Second Amendment and gun laws, and so he does not like this. From these quotes, he is not a supporter of the gun laws and he wants to get rid of them. He said, so the difference is not mental illness. The difference is that people who are having breaks with reality in the United States can get their hands on a weapon of mass destruction. He also said that shooter made it inside the school, and unless you are literally planning on putting an army battalion at every school in this country, it only takes a handful of minutes for an individual with an assault weapon to kill 20 or 30 people. And that is exactly what happened. So, you know, there's been this debate about gun laws, and supposedly they're going to pass something after Memorial Day weekend that is a reference to this. Some people feel like it's not the gun laws itself because, you know, they can still get their hands on it illegally. If people really wanted to purchase weapons, they can get their hands on it illegally. Other people think it's because, you know, it's so easy to purchase a gun in the United States, and Texas being one of the states that have the least strict gun laws. And so some people say that people with mental illnesses get guns, people who are not mentally fit, and then go ahead and do these school shootings. But Salvador did not have any mental records or criminal records from the past, so this is his first offense, and he died because of it. But yeah, now let's move on to Apple and the USB-C. Apple is in big trouble. That is because the European Union is trying to pass a law that says that every device sold within Europe has to have a USB-C charger. Whether that be headphones, computers, watches, phones, whatever it may be. Now, most manufacturers already use USB-C, so that's why the European Union is going with your USB Type-C. The only manufacturer that doesn't use USB Type-C is Apple. They use Lightning port. So there's obviously advantage for both of them. USB Type-C has faster charging times and faster data transfer times, but it's a bit weaker than Lightning port. So Lightning port is a lot more durable. If you take like a screwdriver or a toothpick and you start poking it in your Apple device charging port, nothing's gonna damage it. If you do the same with a Android device or a device that uses USB Type-C, that is gonna cause the charger to get damaged. That is because with Lightning port, the charger just plugs straight in. There's no other connector inside the port. However, with Type-C, there's this little connector that is inside the port, and the charger and those two connectors meet up. If any one of those things are damaged, the charger won't work. Now, another reason that that's causing Apple a big problem. They're going to have to redesign the entire phone so that they can fit a USB-C in their devices. Now, another issue that comes up is that Apple currently has to certify all Lightning port accessories that are sold. So if you ever bought like a really cheap charger from AliExpress, Amazon, or eBay, you might have gotten this pop-up that says accessories not supported. You need to change it. That's because that company has not been verified by Apple, and the companies that have been verified by Apple mark their chargers up much more expensive than those that haven't. And that is because they need to pay a portion of their earnings to Apple every time they make a sale. So that makes Apple's billions and billions of dollars. But the fact that now the European Union wants Apple to change to USB-C is going to cause them to lose billions of dollars. So I can understand why Tim Cook is very upset. Also, Apple also decided to discontinue their iPods because, now personally I think it's just because, you know, they have other budget things like the iPhone SE. The first generation cost only $399 and the second generation cost $499. So obviously not a lot of people buy a iPod anymore, so that could be it. But now let's move on to the movies. Alright, so top 10 movies. Number 1, we have Doctor Strange in the Multiverse of Madness. Number 2, Men. Chip and Dale Rescue Rangers is number 3. Everything, Everywhere, All at Once is number 4. The Northman is number 5. Morbius is number 6. Firestarter is number 7. Senior Year is number 8. The Lost City is number 9. And finally, we have X. Now, for the most up-to-date list, you can check the link in the description below. I got these from Rotten Tomato. Now, let's move on to the Nike and Stockx lawsuit. Is Stockx going to die? Now, this question comes up because of a recent lawsuit between Nike and Stockx, one of the biggest reselling platforms ever. And Nike originally sued Stockx for misusing their trademark. Stockx said that they wanted to cut down on packaging costs, they wanted to cut down on shipping costs, and they wanted to cut down on labor costs by making Nike shoes into an NFT and having the reseller purchase an NFT from Nike, sell that on Stockx, and then the buyer that's actually going to buy and wear the actual shoe will then get the actual pair of shoes. Now, on that side of things, it looks like an amazing idea. It's going to help the environment a lot. But Nike is countering that that's going to be misusing their trademark, and therefore they're suing them. Now, just to add the cherry on top, Nike purchased a couple of shoes from StockX, 4 of which were counterfeits. Now, this wouldn't be such a big deal if they bought them from like Facebook, OfferUp, Craigslist, any other place like that, Amazon even. But StockX has a 100% authentication guarantee. So they take the extra step to authenticate all the shoes that come in, and they give you a 100% authentication guarantee that no matter what, those shoes are 100% real. And just to top it all off, you can't return the shoes. So if you do end up getting fakes, which, you know, I guess it can happen. I've seen people get reporting fakes. They can't return them. They're stuck with the fakes. The most expensive pair of shoes on StockX is the Nike Mag Back to the Future from 2016. These shoes are currently on sale for $116,000. The last person that bought these paid $108,500 for these. Imagine purchasing a pair of shoes over $100,000 and getting a fake. And you can't even do anything about it because you can't return the shoes. You're stuck with wasting so much money on fake shoes. And that's exactly what happened. Some pairs of shoes got through Nike, StockX, and Nike is now suing StockX because of it. Now, the way this plays out is going to be a it's going to set a big precedent for future resale platforms such as like Go, Amazon, eBay, stuff like that, between the manufacturer and the reseller. And the outcome is going to be very important for those who resell sneakers, and StockX especially, because if it is found that StockX has been selling fakes, they can die. No one will want to purchase shoes from a company that sells fakes. But that's it for this video. Hope you guys enjoyed. If you did, give it a like, subscribe, and I'll catch you guys in another episode. Peace.